What's going on, world? You know what it is. Man, it's been a shakeup in the dang on heavyweight division in boxing, man. It's been crazy. I don't think anybody expected this shakeup in the heavyweight boxing division was gonna happen for real. That's just if you ask me. So that's what I'm covering today. So you already know it's your guy Taz Sounds, man. And we back with another episode of the Venture Season Podcast. We are powered by the Venture Season Network. Shouts out to the gang. For those who are just subscribing, follow the Venture Season Network on Instagram. Follow the Venture Season Podcast on Instagram. Follow the gang, man. Nick and 30, Nick and 30, Dope the Phenom, Battle Rap Blogging, Chris Sweezy, and Steelers for 7 by Kev Easy. So, and it's yours truly, the host of the Venture Season Podcast, Taz Sound. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Like I said, it's been a real shakeup in the heavyweight division in boxing, man. I really don't think anybody really expected. I don't think nobody expected this to happen at all. Me personally, I thought this was going to be a little walk in the park for Anthony Joshua. This is his second opponent. No, I ain't going to say this is his second opponent. This is his second time losing his belts, man. Like, and it's like the first time, it's like you even take it back to the Andy Ruiz fight. Like, and it's like you kind of want to question, did he take it serious in a sense? Like did he really take the fight serious? Like, cause this fight, man, like, I mean, granted, he got some good rounds in, but just the simple fact of the matter, coming into it, like, you even go down to the weigh-ins. He looked profoundly bigger, like he weighed more. So it's like everybody thought, okay, if he do his due diligence as a boxer, he should come out with a win off gate on paper. But that ain't happened, cause this guy Usyk, I don't know what he came out with, what game plan he had. I don't know if Anthony Joshua thought maybe because Usyk was a cruiserweight and him coming up to heavyweight is going to be a different ball game. That didn't fare different because Usyk he looked lighter on his feet. He looked faster. He looked more prepared. It's just he lumped Anthony Joshua up. Let's go ahead and be honest. With it, because me looking at the fight, I wasn't expecting that. Like, and then the fact of Anthony Joshua allowed this man to stick around, and he allowed it to stick to a whole 12-round bout is what got me. Like, he shouldn't have never allowed it to go to the cards. And then if he did allow it to go to the scorecards, it should have been the simple fact of the matter that he should have been coming out. He should have been coming out the unanimous. So now it's I don't think anybody expected this. Like, now this makes Usyk, he's now crazy to say, he's now a two-weight champion. And this was the fight I was waiting. Well, this is one fight that I was waiting on. Like, me personally, I forgot it was happening so early. Like, I just happened to look at the dang on the calendar, and then I was like, oh snap, the fight this weekend. So I just need to get up and make sure I actually watch this fight. Now, what the crazy part is the fact that you still have Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury waiting in the wings. The only issue with this now is, okay, let's paint the narrative. Okay, you had Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. Usyk, and then you got Wilder versus Fury. Coming out for this, the winner of these two fights were supposed to determine the next. The winner of these two, well, not even the winner. Joshua was supposed to win, and then the winner of the Fury and the Wilder fight, that's supposed to determine who was supposed to have fought Anthony Joshua. But now that Anthony Joshua has now taken a L to Usyk, it causes a conundrum in the heavyweight field, because now everybody wanted to see these titles unified, and it's like now we don't know if we're going to be able to see that now, because Anthony Joshua couldn't hold up his end of the bargain, because all he had to do was come out this with a win. He didn't have to knock him out. He just needed to come out with a legitimate win. But the fact he didn't come out with this win, it poses a problem and a threat for the heavyweight division and unifying these titles. Because it's the fact that Anthony Joshua said he would still fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. But it's like now, it's like your credibility is down, because like, who honestly would want to see it? Because like you came into this fight and said he didn't have a legitimate game plan. He was just going there, he was going to box. I bet you he wish that changed now, because the simple fact of the matter, Usyk had a whole game plan coming in there. He had in his mind he was going to come in there and he was going to pretty much do the dang on thing to he was gonna do the thing to Anthony Joshua. But it's just the fact of him not coming in, Anthony Joshua saying he not coming in with a game plan, and kind of makes you look like, did you not know how to prepare for him, or did you take it lightly? Like, I literally think he took this fight lighter than he thought, just like he did with his last fight. So it's like now, it's like the whole issue with the fact of the matter is the fact that now we have to wait another year and some change for these, because it's not going to be on Deontay Wilder or it's not going to be on Deontay Wilder or the Fury fight, because like this is it. Like the winner of this fight, that's who's fighting, and it's like, if Deontay Wilder goes up again, I got a feeling if Usyk or Deontay Wilder if Deontay Wilder or Fury goes up against Usyk, it ain't gonna end too pretty. Like, especially against Fury, because that style isn't gonna work because he's smaller. Because you understand, Anthony Joshua, he's 6'6", Deontay Wilder 6'7", and Fury's 6'9", so it's like Usyk, he's out of range dealing with these guys. So the only issue is the fact that Anthony Joshua did have a rematch clause in this fight, which it seems all championship fighters, when they coming into the title, when their titles are on the line, they usually put that rematch clause in, because more than likely, when they come back and fight, Anthony Joshua's gonna beat the shit out of Usyk. I got a feeling that's what's gonna happen, because he just came. I think Usyk overwhelmed him, because this ain't like what happened with Andy Ruiz. Like, because Andy Ruiz knocked him out. Like, he gave him an ass whooping for real. And it's like Usyk took a page out the Anthony Joshua book, because pretty much what he did was took a page right out of his book, because all he did was Usyk just boxed Anthony Joshua. He just came in and boxed him. He didn't come in expecting to knock him out. No, he just came in and boxed him. And then, even though he caught him with a bunch of clean hits, clean hooks, clean uppercuts, but it's like, I'm like, yo. So that leaves now. That was the main thing, like, going into going into this title fight. He needed to secure this win so we can unify these. Now it puts a little delay because now, simple fact, Anthony Joshua got battered up. They pretty much gonna put him on a medical suspension for probably like maybe 2-3 months. So he probably ain't gonna be able to come back and fight until next year. So I see it. Me personally, I probably see a rematch happening as soon as possible. I say no later than March. No later than March. No earlier. No later. Yeah, late. No late. I say it'll happen pretty fast. They don't need that much time. It's just now the heavyweight division is at a shake now because nobody was expecting this to happen. Now we could do these scenarios. Okay, if they do fight, Anthony Joshua fights Usyk again, and he loses, it creates a whole different narrative because now me personally, I see like everybody's going for the gold. Everybody wants that prize, and it's like you ain't got the prize no more. Like it makes you not important anymore. Like that's what's going on with Deontay Wilder right now because he lost his, and now you know what I'm saying. He's fighting to get that back because like it's not saying you're not relevant or great, but it's like it means nothing without them titles, and it's like you can't play around with them. You gotta take that serious when you get in the ring. So it's like let's put the narrative up now. Okay, Anthony Joshua loses the rematch, and then you got this fight waiting in the wings. Okay, let's put it out. If Fury beats Anthony Joshua, I mean not Anthony Joshua, but if Fury beats Wilder in the October 9th fight card, that's gonna be an interesting ass whooping. I already know Fury's gonna beat the dog. He's going like just his size. He's gonna overwhelm Usyk. So if that happens, it's a positive there. Yeah, like, and then you got the simple fact of Usyk fighting. If Usyk was to come out and have to fight Deontay Wilder, it's a different fighter because we haven't even seen Deontay Wilder, but it's just the hype going up into his fight. It's just it's overwhelming because they saying you can't really teach a dog new tricks, but what you can do, you can make a dog better at the previous tricks that he was good at. Like you can make his tricks better. So it's like he's reaching into the bag, for the Wilder to come out against Fury for this one, he's gonna have to give Fury the time of his life. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because me personally, the fight I want to see is I want to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua go at it. Because it's a simple fact of you got two knockout artists, but it's like they're later in their career, so it's like they putting it all together. You could sit here and say that it's the thing Anthony Joshua said, like going into this fight he was at his best. So does that make Usyk better than you, really? So it's like you got to prove that because you pretty much made it seem like he was almost on God's here coming into this fight. Even in previous promotions, you made it seem like, hey, you're at the height of your career, you're in the best shape of your life, but you got outclassed. So you got to be able to adjust, mainly because without that, them titles don't mean nothing. Like, I mean, without that, without them titles, it means nothing. Like, because that's what people want. They want to see you fighting for that gold, and it's like right now you just got classed by cruiserweight. And the thing is, what's gonna make, if Deontay Wilder was to ever fight Usyk, it's gonna be a coming home battle because Deontay Wilder is he's a cruiserweight that's swinging heavy in the heavyweight. So I don't think Usyk has that power that Deontay Wilder has, but Deontay Wilder, he's actually a cruiserweight fighting in the heavyweight division if you look at it, because he weighs in on average at least 220, 217. Like he was 217, 220 the first fight he fought Fury, and then he gained that 15, 20 pounds to get up to 230, 240 just to compete. And clearly, it's like him and Usyk. That'd be a good fight. I feel like that'd be an interesting fight. I feel Deontay Wilder might knock his ass out. If you ask me, he might drop him for real. But hey, what do you know? Who do you? It's just this threw me off like watching that, like, cause Anthony Joshua just looked off. He didn't look prepared. Like, so now it's just I'm tired of. It's just like it takes away from his credibility now because he lost. Like, if you ask me, because now you got 2 losses. You have 2 losses, one by TKO and then one unanimous. So it's like you've lost in both ways. You know what I'm saying? You've lost in both fashions. So it's like that's something you just don't expect. Like, do you personally, like, it's how you get back on that high. It's how you get back on the horse and ride it after you fall off. How you get back on the bike and ride after you fall off. Because, like, it's a learning experience. Because, like, I don't think he expected. He went into this fight. I ain't gonna say he went to this fight overconfident, but he went to this fight thinking that probably like he did his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I just need to get past it and then I'm chilling. No, you gotta take these fights serious. This ain't no. This might be something that, you know what I'm saying. This ain't one of them. Like, this ain't one of them fights. Like, it's not. It wasn't. Like, especially when you know what I'm saying. It's you and that those titles, man. Like, those things are real. Like, so who saw that happening? I know people in Ukraine and Russians probably saw, like, wanted this to happen, because now the titles have now switched hands. I could probably say this is the most I've seen titles switch hands so fast when you dealing with a heavyweight boxer like this. Like, cause, like, I don't know, me personally, it's cause you want to see the greatest of the great. Like, it's like, to me, it's like Usyk. I ain't saying he's not a good fighter, but it's like he's not credible in the heavyweight division, cause, like, it's too many animals. Like granted, because you got Dylan White, you got Ortiz, you got Ruiz, you got Deontay Wilder, you got Tyson Fury, like, you got Anthony Joshua. Like, it's deep. Hey, you got what's my man, what's his name, Dubois. Like, he's pretty good. So going forward, okay, so let's go ahead and get this fight cleared up. So Anthony Joshua lost. It's in the L column. So we're looking at the rematch. I expect him to come back better, and then I expect him to come back in the rematch against Usyk, and then he's probably gonna knock him out. He's either gonna knock him out or he's gonna beat him very, very, very bad. Now, the next fight, October 9th, Wilder and Fury. I got Wilder winning, because it's just, I don't know, with the way stuff is going now, it's like I really want to see Wilder get that belt back. And then if Fury and Anthony Joshua does fight, I'd rather them go ahead and duke it out, just because. And then I just want to see these 3 guys fight each other. I want to see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fight, and I want to see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight. It's just the only issue is like Deontay Wilder's already 34. Anthony Joshua, he's in his 30s. I think Anthony Joshua may be the younger of the 3. And then you got Tyson Fury, he's 32. So with Deontay Wilder being 34, that poses a problem, because, like, he's kind of slipping. Like, right now, him waiting in the wings right now because of COVID and all, and the pandemic, it kind of put a delay on everything, because the fact that It's just a simple fact that he's 34, and it's like usually most boxers start coming down in their career when they get close to 40. You know what I'm saying? Now we're in a different age or whatever, but day and age and new generation. But it's like him getting old, like him being 34. He's going to come out of his prime quicker than Anthony Joshua and Fury is. And with what's going on now is like you add on now the rematches and then the wait time, the medical suspensions. It's going to be well into like Deontay's going to be probably like 36, 37, 38 before he fights Anthony Joshua. And then that's like, okay, so let's say they doing a fighting. So it's like Deontay Wilder's 34 now. So it's like if he beats Fury and then we have to wait till next year until Anthony Joshua actually beats Usyk. So then that's gonna put Deontay Wilder at 34, 35, 36 fighting Anthony Joshua. And then you add time on top of that to if they lose belts and whatever, you add another 2 years, shoot, that's 38. You know what I'm saying? And then that's putting them further up. And it's like, that's the only thing about this boxing game. It gives you what you get, like, but then again, it's like time ain't on your side because you got the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, like it's like you got all these like, and it's like all these mandatory challenges that go on. It's like, and it delays boxing and it delays the time frame from what the people want to actually see. Like, granted, I get Joshua saying that, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter whether he got the belts or not, but it's not the fact. It's what the fan, it's like, you said it yourself, the fans want to see the greatest fight, but the greatest fight to them is for those titles. So it's like, you not having a title it no longer makes you a great. Like, if you don't got the titles and then you try to go fight Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, because like it's not gonna make the fight as legitimate. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you still gonna probably sell out, but it just takes away the legitimacy of the fight because it's not for those titles. So, hey, you call it what you want. It's, yeah, I know what I expected, and it's like that's not what I expected. Whole key. So, all right, going forward, did y'all watch the NFL this weekend? That was well, the NFL today, that was a whole nother ball game. People lost that we didn't expect was gonna lose. I was not expecting the Chargers to beat the Chiefs. That was a me upset. Was not expecting that. Shoot. Then these games have been lovely. Like, I've been enjoying them, if you ask me. If you even take it to the extreme, like this is the second week in a row where we had some games come down to the wire. Las Vegas Raiders, they came to overtime win over the Dolphins, which was a good ass game. I enjoyed that one. Like, that was a real good game. Cause the fact them coming down to the actual last wire, like it's man, like you don't really get to see bouts like that no more. Like, but this week it was an upset special, if you ask me. Like, I don't think nobody expected the Rams to beat the Buccaneers, cause that was a surprise to me. That was a big surprise to me. Who else caught them at L? Seattle and the Vikings. I don't think anybody saw this. I don't think anybody saw. My bad, people. I don't think anybody saw that happening like that. The Packers squeezed by the 49ers in the Sunday Night Football tilt. That was a close one. I'm glad the Packers came back from that last week. Yeah, What else we got? All right, the Panthers beat the brakes off the Texans. I think, yeah, 24-9. The Cardinals ran away with it against the Jaguars. I'm starting to think the Jaguars. I don't know. I'm starting to worry about them because they were decent at one point, and then it's like now they done fell off the face of the earth. The Bears got a talking to by the Browns. Tragic. Washington caught the loss from the Bills. I think that was on the people kind of expected that one. Saints came on top against the Patriots. That was a mean one. That was a good ass game. The Titans ran over the Colts. Falcons squeaked by against the Giants. Now the Bengals beating the Steelers. That was a surprise. The Ravens with the 66-yard record-breaking field goal over the Lions, 19-17. That was a good one. The Broncos shut out the Jets. And y'all pay attention this evening because Philly's playing. It's an NFC East rivalry, so that's going down. That's going down tonight. So that's always going to be a good one between Philly and Dallas. You know I'm a Philly fan, so shouts out to my Eagles. Shouts out. We're going to pull this one out. All right. Announcement for y'all. All right. Since we're going back to the roots, I'm bringing the co-host back, Chris Sweezy. He would be on the next episode of the Venture Season podcast. We about to take this thing to a whole nother direction. We about to do a little something different with y'all just to keep y'all, just to, keep it fresh, keep it going heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep this movement going. Like, we want to provide y'all with the best content, talk about the best things. We want to help y'all out with problems. That's more so what I want to get into. You know what I'm saying? With the Venture Season podcast. So we're bringing Chris Sweezy back on because we used to do this before. So it's like we're bringing him back on as the co-host of the Venture Season podcast. So I look forward to moving forward with this in the future, and it's going to bring a lot of insight and hopefully to help a lot of people with their problems with what's going on. And then we're hoping to pretty much get more insight on what y'all want to hear us discuss, because like I said, we're gonna be mainly tackling issues, world problems, like stuff that's actually going on. Like we're gonna actually target and get in depth with it. So y'all just look forward with that for the next podcast because it's gonna be lit. But hey, without further ado, I just wanted to run through that. Went through boxing, ran through NFL scores. That's what's pretty much jumping right now. Like, and then next week we're gonna start fresh. So y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all watching the podcast. Once again, shouts out to the gang. Battle Rap Blogging, Nick and 30, Steelers for 7. Also, tune into the Venture Season Network. The Venture Season podcast is also powered by the Venture Season Network. Follow the Venture Season Network on Instagram. Follow the Venture Season podcast on Instagram. Follow the Venture Season podcast on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My personal handles is Anthony Taz. That's ANTHONYTAZZ. That's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That's on everything. So if you ain't got it, you got it now. So that's the Venture Season podcast episode. I will see y'all back with another episode. Yeah.